You probably have a jar of them sitting in your kitchen right now. We toss them into a simmering pot of soup or a stew to add a subtle, earthy flavor, and then we fish them out and throw them in the trash before we actually eat. Meanwhile, we spend heavily on complex, engineered supplements, hoping to cure afternoon fatigue, calm our bloated stomachs, or quickly boost our immune systems. But submerging that dry leaf in boiling water extracts the essential oils that are otherwise trapped deep within its rigid plant fibers. The heat breaks down the leaf's cellular structure, releasing a concentrated payload of antioxidants and volatile oils directly into the liquid. Focusing exclusively on the bay leaf as a culinary seasoning means the most biologically active parts of the plant are discarded before they can ever be absorbed. The process starts in the mouth. The antibacterial oils released during brewing immediately begin neutralizing the oral bacteria responsible for bad breath. As the liquid moves down into the stomach, it acts as a catalyst, stimulating the glands to produce a higher volume of digestive juices. With that increased gastric activity, the digestive system breaks down food more efficiently, which reduces the gas buildup that causes post-meal bloating. Once they reach the kidneys, the introduction of this liquid triggers a diuretic effect, accelerating the separation of waste from your bloodstream. By flushing out excess water and metabolic waste, the tea reduces the mechanical load on the kidneys and stimulates the overall metabolic rate. When the body is no longer struggling to process a backlog of waste and fluid, internal energy is freed up for other functions. This transition resolves that heavy, sluggish feeling. The tea shifts the digestive tract from a state of stagnant processing into a self-cleaning system. From the digestive tract, the tea's secondary plant substances move into the bloodstream for distribution throughout the body. Look at this graph comparing two blood sugar responses. The tea's compounds improve insulin sensitivity, shifting erratic spikes and crashes into this stable wave. A controlled glucose response provides a consistent energy supply, particularly useful for managing type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Watch how the tea affects your circulatory system's physical architecture. Vasodilating compounds relax the inner walls of blood vessels, expanding their diameter. This expansion allows blood to flow at a lower velocity, helping the body regulate and stabilize slightly elevated blood pressure levels. Because these mechanical changes are measurable, anyone currently taking prescribed blood pressure medication should consult their physician before adding this tea to their routine. These plant compounds target the structure of the cardiovascular system, moving the body's internal pressure toward a stable, healthy baseline. These same substances eventually diffuse out of the bloodstream and penetrate into the body's joints and muscle tissues. There, antioxidants called flavonoids act as a chemical buffer over inflamed areas, slowing down the body's inflammatory signaling. Reducing this inflammation brings physical relief to those dealing with chronic conditions like arthritis or rheumatic stiffness. The antiviral and antibacterial properties of the tea's oils provide a secondary defense, helping the cellular membrane physically repel invasive foreign particles. Strengthening the body's resistance to external infections makes this a practical tool during cold and flu season. The tea functions as a dual-action defense, simultaneously calming internal flare-ups while providing a barrier against external biological threats. The dry leaf used to season a soup becomes the source of a broad biological shift once its compounds are extracted into a tea. Clean chemistry is efficient because it affects multiple systems at once, improving the body's baseline function rather than suppressing a single symptom. To apply this, the protocol is simple. Drink 1 cup of bay leaf tea daily, preferably after a meal to maximize the digestive effects. It is a low-cost, low-effort habit that supports long-term health and internal maintenance. While bay leaves support your internal systems, there is a specific natural oil that instantly makes you 10 years younger. We have analyzed the specific oil that functions as an anti-aging catalyst. Click the video on your screen right now to see the results.